And the Bucs on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Toronto Huskies. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Third play here on this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rose. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Back to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. On 1st down, Walden. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rose. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get into your tight end.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 2nd and 6. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Up the middle they go. Walden. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
They'll run on 1st down. Walden. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and it's pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 1st down,
Walden. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
the run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
working with a 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Walden. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Down to about the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to run now. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll run on the draw. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. And they'll run again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. Realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 84. It's a pick at the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Toronto first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
37-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
On 3rd down, Walden, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. The Dolphins were losers a week ago, so they get the much-needed win at home in Week 2. Another game of interest in the AFC East has us checking in on the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. The Patriots getting the home cooking as they pull their record back to 1-1. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. 31-21, the final score. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for our home team, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get the running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Up the middle they go. Walden. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Walden. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a make, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's brought in by Harris.
Here's second and a yard. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Looking to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Walden. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. They juked him. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Walden. And a short gain down to about the 33. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
So out come the Bucs now. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20.
The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Huskies are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They'll look to throw again. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he's flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Bucs on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 9-yard line.
On second down, Walden. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
71 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll keep it on the ground. Walden, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll set up to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Rose. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Back to throw again. Being chased out left. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rose.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Toronto, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.